Which is better, calisthenics or weights? Either one will have you build strength, muscle, and an impressive physique. So it should really come down to preference, right? Well, not when it comes to these three exercises, because when you compare them side by side, the bodyweight versions are arguably better. So let's start with the first one, chin-ups. No doubt, the bicep curl is one of the best exercises for isolating the biceps. They're easy to do, and progressive overload is as simple as picking up a heavier dumbbell. So if your goal is building bigger and stronger biceps, it doesn't get any easier than the bicep curl. But that's also where the chin-up starts to separate itself. Because with a dumbbell curl, you're primarily training a single movement, elbow flexion. You're getting stronger at bending your arm and bringing your hand toward your shoulder against resistance. That's exactly what makes it such an effective bicep exercise. The chin-up just requires and provides much more than that. Along with your biceps, you're simultaneously training your lats, forearms, grip, rear delts, rhomboids, traps, and core as they work together to pull your entire body through space. So instead of strengthening a single muscle group in isolation, you're strengthening the entire pulling chain at once. It's also scalable, so you don't always need to curl almost your entire body weight, and you also don't need an entire rack of dumbbells to do them either. You just need a place to hang, like a door frame pull-up bar or rings, or even 2 chairs for the earliest progressions like body curls. And if you're a beginner, you should start with bodyweight curls, using your feet on the ground to reduce resistance. And as you get stronger, you can progress to jumping chin-ups, negative chin-ups, and eventually your first full chin-up. From there, you can increase reps, reduce rest, change tempo, or move to harder progressions like a one-arm chin-up. Also, the incremental changes of resistance are not as precise as selecting an exact weight of a dumbbell to lift. But that can also be seen as a plus, since more often than not, you'll be lifting more weight, whether you feel like it or not, basically forcing you to make gains. That's what gives the chin-up the edge. Not because it's necessarily better at isolating the biceps, but because it strengthens the entire pulling chain. While a curl mainly builds your biceps, a chin-up trains your back, shoulders, forearms, grip, core, and biceps all in one movement. So instead of just getting better at curling, you're building pulling strength that carries over to way more movements, both inside and outside the gym. Now moving on to the next exercise, we have the bodyweight skull crusher, often compared to the dumbbell skull crusher. Both heavily target the triceps and can build serious arm size. But once again, the similarities begin to disappear when you look at what each exercise actually demands. With a dumbbell skull crusher, you're lying on a bench with your entire body supported. The movement is focused almost entirely on elbow extension, which is exactly why it's such an effective exercise at isolating the triceps. Your triceps can produce force without having to worry too much about balance, posture, or controlling the rest of your body since you're in a laying position. And progressing is as easy as just simply lifting a heavier weight. Now compare that to a bodyweight skull crusher. Instead of only focusing on extending your arms, your triceps are moving a significant percentage of your body weight, while your shoulders, core, and stabilizers work together to keep your body aligned. Your triceps control the descent, then generate the force to press your entire body back to the starting position. And just like the bodyweight curl, you can create a progressive overload without needing extra weights or equipment, just by lowering your hand position to increase the resistance incrementally, or raise it to make the exercise easier. From there, you can continue progressing by increasing the reps, slowing down the tempo, wearing a weight vest, or moving on to harder variations like the one-arm skull crusher. But honestly, the biggest advantage of the bodyweight version is the carryover. The strength you build transfers directly into dips, handstand push-ups, planche push-ups, and so many other pushing movements, because you're not just building stronger triceps, you're strengthening them while your shoulders, core, and stabilizers work together to move your entire body. That's why the bodyweight skull crusher comes out on top. You're building strength that goes beyond just being strong at bending your elbow. But up next, for the third and final exercise, we have the squat. And I already know what some of you might be thinking. Isn't a squat a weighted exercise? No, a squat is a bodyweight exercise. But you can add weight to it, just like you can with a chin-up or a bodyweight skull crusher. Now, most people would compare the squat to the leg press because both target the quads, glutes, and overall lower body. And both can build serious strength and muscle, but the squat requires far more coordination and stabilization from your entire body. With a leg press, you're seated, your back is supported, and the machine controls the movement from start to finish. Since the movement follows a fixed path, most of the balancing and stabilization is taken out of the exercise. Your main focus becomes pushing the platform with your legs, which is one of the reasons people are often able to lift way more weight on a leg press than they can in a squat. But that's also where the limitations start. As the weight gets heavier, the machine continues doing exactly what it's designed to do. Keep the movement stable. Your torso stays supported, your balance is never challenged, and the path of movement never changes. Your quads, glutes, and hamstrings are definitely working hard, but many of the muscles that would normally stabilize your body and keep everything working together don't have to do nearly as much because the machine is doing that job for you. Meaning you could actually be potentially developing muscle imbalances that can cause serious injuries later on. Now compare that to a squat. There's no seat, no back support, and nothing guiding the movement. Whether it's a bodyweight squat, a back squat, your entire body has to work together from the moment you start the rep until you finish it. Your core braces to support your spine, your upper back stays engaged to maintain posture, your hips stabilize the movement, and your glutes, abductors, and stabilizer muscles all work together to keep you balanced. And unlike a leg press, those muscles aren't just helping, they're required. If one link in the chain becomes weak, the entire movement starts to break down. The squat doesn't just test how strong your legs are, it tests how well your entire body can work together. That's exactly what makes the movement so effective. And it's also what makes it such an effective calisthenics exercise. And just like the previous 2 calisthenics exercises, you can create progressive overload by increasing the reps, changing the tempo and intensity with explosive squats, adding weight, or moving on to harder variations like the pistol squat, making it an exercise that can continue building strength and muscle from beginner all the way to advanced. That's why the squat comes out on top. If you can perform bodyweight squats, pistol squats, and other squat progressions with great technique, transitioning to a leg press is easy. But the reverse isn't always true. Being strong on a machine doesn't automatically mean you have the balance, coordination, and stability to control your own body through the same movement. Just like the chin-up and bodyweight skull crusher, the squat doesn't just strengthen your muscles, it strengthens the movement itself. Now, before the comment section explodes, this doesn't mean that calisthenics is better than weightlifting for everyone and in every scenario. The reason these bodyweight exercises came out on top is because they force more of your body to work together and build strength while simultaneously developing coordination, stability, balance, and body control, which for me is more beneficial. But if your only goal is body composition and to build as much muscle as possible, and you have access to a full gym, the answer may be different. While you can absolutely build an incredible physique using only bodyweight training, for the average person, it's generally easier to maximize muscle growth by lifting weights, even if it's not the only way. So this isn't about one method being better than the other. Both can build strength, muscle, and an incredible physique. But when comparing these 3 exercises side by side, the calisthenics version just offers more than just the muscles being trained. And if you want to build an insane physique while unlocking advanced skills and superhuman strength, download the Thenix app right now in the App Store for free. And we have a huge update for the Thenix app in just a couple weeks. It's gonna be the biggest social media platform in the world for calisthenics. So download it right now, create your profile, start posting, grow your audience, and you could be the next Thenix athlete. In the meantime, comment down below, let me know how many times I said the word dumbbell, and you have a chance to win. In fact, you will win a free Thenix weight vest. Shout out to my boy Jonathan for always coming through. Check him out, I'll put his links down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Mad love. Peace out, baby. We're gonna be warming up on the ant machine today. And as you can see right here, if you wanna add more weight, bro, it's like easier than moving the thermostat in your house. Give this a shot, for example. Do some tricep extensions on it. That's chilling, right?
Interesting. I think this is the first time I've used this bit of kit.
You wanna see something even cooler? So like I hit this and now it's in band mode. Well, the weight is gonna increase.
Ah, okay.
Now, if I was to hit it again, it has eccentric mode. So I'm negative, bro. Yeah. So if you really wanna make some hypertrophy gains and build way more muscle and strength for the same amount of time.
That was very different. Just go and buy it, guys.
Just go get it already.